Derp. Super derp. Yeah. I think I should have. Oh. You see that? Oh. That's paint dust. Don't breathe that in. It's called lead. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. It's not called lead. It doesn't make you have to sneeze. That's what happens though if you can't really see it on my. Can't see it on my YouTube, but over here you can see it thanks to the light. Oh. Properly wash out your paintbrushes, people. So what are we doing? What is... Man, I love... it's just weird. It just seems like it gets smaller and smaller. Further away. I'm like, I can't really get it much closer because it's... My lighting's retarded. I don't know. I love how I already lost people. I had like 3 people and they just bailed. They're like, nope. Oh, this guy's dumb. We hate this guy. Like, well, I hate me too, so fuck off. And we're about even. So, today, I thought you were the brush. Where did the brushes go I used yesterday? Oh, I did a thing. It's back behind my hot dog neck. I'll get him in a minute. Started working on him. I'm thinking about doing a carving thing later to show. Hang on a minute. God dang it. Now that I put all my brushes in here, it's hard. It's hard to remember what the fuck I had, where, when, how. Well, what brushes did I use yesterday? May need to talk to you about doing some painting, gun related, do whatever. Oh yeah, you brought that up, and I commented, but I think you were because you asked me if about like a battle scene or something, like some kind of something along those lines, and I said it like I asked. I don't care what I said. I said something, dude. Because I was trying to be like, is it like specific, like old time war stuff or guns or what? But now you said gun related, so perhaps that is more relative to the point. My other brushes are lost to time. I give up. Time and space has officially eaten my other brushes. The ones I usually like, so fuck them. They're gone. They're gone forever. They don't live here anymore. And but no, here's my other little guy. Oh, that I started. Oh, he's going to be a little maggot, little fat maggot. Which, if I combine those words, would get me taken off of YouTube. But my carving process. This is just my early basic. And then my carving process is going to come as soon as this dries. It's still very wet. Oh, I almost knocked over all my brushes. Still very moist. But I need to I'm gonna carve him up pretty good and make him all super creepy and weird and fucked up looking. Give him skin textures and all kinds of stuff. Oh, and carving stuff is a little bit more my forte than painting even. But I really need to start actually utilizing painting techniques and stuff that I know, so I actually make good looking paintings instead of some of the weird shit I do. But again, I love experimenting, and that's why you're so thick with a triple C. Ugh, can I even get you out of here? Like, fuck you, paint. Do what I tell you. This isn't a Rage Against the Machine song. Fuck you, you're going to do what I tell you. Haha! What do you think about that, asshole? oh, my name's Brown Paint, and I'm fucking cloggy and dumb as fuck. I'm not gonna do what you tell me. Yeah, you fucking are. Because I fucking said so, bitch. I'm very aggressive towards my paints. They can fuck themselves. I mean, they can't actually fuck themselves. They don't have genitalia. If they did, I would tell them to fuck themselves. Well, I do anyway. The point being is, go ahead and you can email me or Facebook me or whatever, information or ideas or whatever, dude. And sure, I'll paint you something. I probably should add a little bit of water to that. That seems a little iffy there. Let me get my brown town back up to par here before I start trying to detail the fuck out of anything. So it's all one color instead of looking all kinds of wackadoo. Today. So I don't really have a subject for today. My overall thing was painting childhood trauma, which is funny, but it was just because, or it's not funny, like funny, haha, like haha, childhood trauma. But it was just based off of yesterday's conversation of, the bizarreness of this being my mom wanting me to paint how I really thought, or well, paint her. And so I am, but at the skin at the same time, I will paint what I feel and think and how I see her as she is. Not it's not really even an interpretation. It's pretty much fact. As that's going to be, can you have that painting done by Tuesday? Sarcasm. This one? Fuck no. Not even the one you want. Fuck no. I don't even know. Man, my painting. Oh, come on. Just, how thick you gotta be up in this? My little girly arms can't shake it free. Fuck you, paint. Dude, I don't even, man, it's funny how that is ironic that because I bitch about this all the time. Where, God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just woke up like an hour ago. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Been too. But the thing about it is this shit takes way longer just to fucking here's a layer of brown. 4 days later. It's like, what the? You'd think it would go faster. Oh, you gotta wait for it to dry. And then look, that doesn't fucking, you gotta do 5 layers because it's not the same color. And I'm all, God damn it, paint. Yes, Noodles, I can't play fetch with you right now, girl. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I know, girl, I'm sorry. It's very disappointing. But that's fucking life. Learn to deal with it, dog. Learn to deal with it. But it's one of those things where it's like, man, the majority of the time you do paintings just waiting for it to fucking dry. Which is why I don't usually wait for it to dry. Usually I'm just like, you know what? I ain't gonna wait for this to dry. And then it messes up and I go, oh, I should have waited for that to dry. They have rules in some places for a reason. And that's generally because those rules are applicable all the time. Like, when paint's wet, you got to let it dry because if you wipe over it, it'll wipe off the paint. And so then you're like, I got it now. I got it. I screwed that up. I shouldn't have done that. But as they say, hindsight is 20/20. But now hindsight's 20/21. That's the stupidest shit I think I've said all day, but I can say it because this is my channel. I'm doing the stupid jokes. Haha. I can say stupid things all I want. People have to listen to it or they go away, whichever, but whatever. So I should do this boring shit whenever, nobody's actually watching. That's what I should do. I should just be like, all right, guys, yesterday when nobody was around, I put a big old brown layer on it. And that way, I don't have to bore everybody with the lame strokes of brown strokes, like in your pants and your underwear. Learn to wipe your ass. If I had one bit of advice for the human race, it's learn to wipe your butthole. Good Lord, people, come on. Have some dignity. I talked about that the other day too, but Jesus Christ. Wipe your doo-doo nuggets. Just wipe that. Wipe your chocolate donut hole, people, okay? That's filthy. That's filthy. And again, some people just don't know better. They weren't raised with the knowledge. Like my son, again, now, I swear to God, one day somebody's going to look back on this and he'll be super embarrassed. Ha, 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 ha. Nothing embarrasses that kid, though. So he deserves something. But he'll look back on this and he'll be like, holy shit, Dad, you told them out loud on these things. And I didn't ever wipe my butthole. I'd be like, nope, because you didn't. Because his mom, when he was in custody of her, apparently didn't tell him. That's what he told me. He said, she didn't teach me that, Dad. And I said, okay, well, yeah, wipe your butthole and wash your butthole. Because when he was 8, he smelled like poop. And I was like, bro, why do you smell like poop? Because he came down for visiting once. Now he's done it a couple times, but it was rare. And, yeah, he smelled like poop. I'm like, gross, don't smell like poop, bro. Why do you smell like poop, son? He's like, I don't smell like poop. I'm like, oh, you smell like the doo-doo. Did you crack your pants? He's like, no. I think you might have cracked your pants. But he didn't. He just didn't not crap his pants. So, on accident. And, then he learned he has to do that. And he's like, oh, well, that makes sense, Dad. I'm like, yeah. Then, like I said, the other day, I had a buddy of mine who refused to wipe his own butt because he said it was homosexual. It was a homosexual activity if you wipe your own butt, he said. And I'm like, no, that's just basic hygiene, bro. Just to wipe your butt. Very odd conversation. But, it's interesting to learn the world like that. Because you really got to wonder about that. Just like as parents, where do we go wrong? Well, that's one place we go wrong, that's for sure. Not teaching our kids to wipe their doo-doo hole. That's a big no-no. Definitely got to wipe. Definitely got to teach them that one. So I've really got to get back into therapy. Holy crap, wow. How was the booty hole not rubber raw after years of feces caked up? Bro, I don't know. I didn't go into that much detail asking an 8-year-old kid about that. That's fucking... I was just like, son, how is your doo-doo hole not clean? Just go wash it. And, I imagine it naturally, when you hopped in the shower or the bathtub or whatever, it would crumble off. Ugh, don't make me think about these things, bro. Yeah. And I imagine that, after you poop once or twice, it probably wipes off the old, out with the old, in with the new. And we've all had those doo-doos where nothing was on there to wipe off. So maybe the old poop just wiped it and then there was nothing there that time or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, you're right. Because, you'd think that you bathtub booty mud. Dude, I really couldn't tell you. I really didn't think about that at the time. That wasn't that wasn't the priority on my brain pan at those moments. I was more concerned about just getting him to do it at the time. I hear some footsteps. It could be him now. Now this sounds small, and they're quiet, and they're like taking careful steps. So I think it's Kyra. And I didn't hear the gate to the attic open, so that's definitely not him. I keep him in the attic. That's where most children should stay. Department of Children's Safety. What? You should stay in the attic. Yeah, your mom tried to convince me to put my office in the attic at first. She's like, you have this whole space up here to yourself. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'll put it downstairs. A little cubby hole in the house. But now I kind of regret it because, you know, the bathroom's right there and everybody has to go in and out of my office to go to the bathroom. I have a room under the stairs for my dogs. Noodles, down! Tell her down and smack her in the face. Pop her in the nose. They're just excited that you're up. Noodles, shut up. How's your foot? No. Quit catching that. Anyway, scratching my head. Actually, I built a room under the stairs whenever I was working on the house. Because my closet is right there for this room. Because this room was a bedroom at one point, I think. But I kind of converted it into my little creation station office. It was supposed to be like a business office, legit. And then I'm like, this is just in my creation station. It was supposed to be in the garage, but it's cold out there. So everything gets built in here. But there's a closet right there that was unfinished. Like when we moved in, it was just a big basic hole in the damn wall, and the stairs just went right up, and it was pretty bad, pretty rough, you know, just a shithole. And you opened up. Well, it was just opened up shithole. So I built it. I went in there and literally put walls in it and put a floor in it. It's got tiled floors for the dogs and everything. And I put walls up for the dogs and painted it and everything for the dogs. So the dogs literally have their own room. It has two doors. It has a door entrance right here into my closet. And then it has a door entrance into the kitchen. Or into my the room that has all my tools in it. So we have like a utility room that has like the hot water heater and the heater for the house, and then all my tools, you know, my fucking circular saws and everything that pretty much, if you need to rebuild the house, it's right here. And you know, the brooms and stuff like that. So that's the utility closet, and it's only got a doorway that's like a sheet or like a big blanket going into the kitchen because we're poor. So yeah, the dogs can go in there and they just run right through. So people don't understand how the dogs get through the house so quick, but that's how. They have like a little cubby hole. And then my closets, there's a wall built there into the closet. So if you didn't pay attention, you wouldn't see the door down there that the dogs can go through in the closet. So it's pretty funny. But my kids do, in fact, actually love to go in there, and sometimes they'll raid the dog's room. The dogs, they don't use it half the damn time. They just run free in the house like maniacs. I think the kids do use it more than the dogs do. So, oh. But fun story time. Now, are you dry yet? Nope, still a little wet. Okay, no big deal. I don't give a shit. Here's what we're going to do. Yellow. Wait, that's supposed to be cooler too. So, we might be fucking this up. What else is new, right? Angry. Hacker raged when we killed him. I don't know what that update was about, but apparently there's a hacker that was really raging when they killed him. Well, why would you fucking piss off a hacker? Like, that's probably a bad idea, bro. Because if you know they're a hacker, they're going to probably hack your shit, dude. Ow, fuck. Let's set this shit right there. Anyway, so yeah. Nah, we keep the least favorite kids in the attic. And that's where they live. I'm like, you guys get back in the attic. It's funny because I like to yell about making them get in the hole. Like my son, the joke is always, get back in the hole. And he's like, yes, father. And he always says, can I have some ketchup on my dirt this week, father? And I'm all, fuck no. Like, you're just lucky I'll let you eat dirt. And it's funny because we have a huge thing set up, waiting, by the way, for when DHS, or the Department of Human Services, for those who are not in Oklahoma, show up at my door, because it's going to happen one day. We know it, because the way I talk all the time, people don't know if I'm sarcastic or not. And so I'm waiting for the day when they do show up and are like, are your children okay? So, oh my God, we're going to fuck with them. And I don't know, I might go to jail. My kids might get taken away, but will it be worth it for the joke? Oh yeah, probably. And that's really what's important, is to laugh, to have a good time. That's really where the world's needing to do more of. I may spend the next 15 years trying to get my kids back, or I might just go on vacation. I mean, whatever. But either way, we're going to make some mad fat jokes about it, because if they ever show up and they're like, hey, you're saying some weird shit about your kids living in an attic and stuff like that, or, that they have to go live in a hole and they have to eat dirt, we're just going to make some of the most fucking crazy ass jokes about that. And we're going to act very prim and proper. We're going to talk very cultured, where he's going to be like, hello, father. May I speak to the gentleman, father? And I'll be all, and I'm just going to stare at him. And he'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, father. I'm sorry, father. I'm sorry, father. Please not the bees, father. Please not the bees. And I'll be like, you must learn to love the bees, son. You must learn to love the bees. The bees love you, son. And he's just like, I know, father. I know the bees love me, but I just do not find it in my heart to love the bees. This is the shit we're going to say the whole time. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? Am I here? What? Why is this a thing? And we're just going to play it off like some fucking weird ass backwoods cult shit. At least that's our plan. We think that'll be hilarious. I don't think that the child protective people are going to think it's so funny if that ever happens. They're probably going to be very concerned. But God damn it! And then at the very end, we're going to probably be like, "Nah, we're just fucking with you. We thought it'd be funny." And they're either going to be like, "Woo, that was funny," or they're going to be like, "You're going to jail." And I'll be all, "Damn it, going to jail again." Oh. Like, well, time to change my name again. I gotta go make a new family. I have to do this every 10 years or so. And it's around to that 10-year mark. So my wife and I are coming up to our anniversary. So we just talked about that earlier, as a matter of fact. Now you might be wondering what I'm doing now. Well, that's good for you. Good for you, wonder. I'm just putting some color into this background kind of thing here, the windows, just a slight bit, because I'm going to make it still. Foot, come up here. I'm too fat for this. But if you can't have fun in life, like, scaring the shit out of people who are there to steal your children from you for the government, then who the fuck can you have fun with, right? I mean, that wouldn't even make sense. Why do people do that? Why are they like, oh, let's go take their children? Now, I can understand that in some cases. Like, these crackheads and motherfuckers that are, obvious douchebags that don't need to have kids in their lives. And then you're like, oh, who are you to judge those people? Man, I'm motherfucking me. I can judge who the fuck I want. Fuck you. Don't tell me who the fuck are you to judge somebody. I'm me, motherfucker. Fuck you. I'll judge you. You judge me, everybody judges each other. That's what we do. We're human beings. We judge everybody. We look at somebody and we immediately make a judged decision. Fact. We don't look at somebody and go, I have no judgment conclusion about that person. You see somebody, you immediately look at their clothes, their weight, their looks, their height, their everything, and you go, I bet, blah, 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 blah. People are afraid of others' ideas. But when oh, no, that is my complaint, bro. Oh, everybody wants freedom of speech unless it goes against what you say. Well, then they can't talk. They're not allowed to have freedom of speech. But didn't you say everybody? Freedom of speech, everybody deserves, and everybody has the right for freedom of speech. Well, yeah, I did, except those people. Well, why? Because I don't like what they said. That's not really how that works. No, you kind of for everybody or kind of for nobody. It's got to be that way. You know? You got to kind of accept that. It's got to kind of be everybody gets it or nobody gets it kind of deal. That's the big thing. And that's it. People just want their ideas respected. People want their, oh, my idea is better than yours. My opinion's right. Okay, well, here's my opinion. Well, fuck your opinion. Your opinion's wrong and it's trash. Opinions cannot be right or wrong. Opinions are literally opinions. They're your thought on the problem or the question or the situation. They're your subjective thoughts on that particular thing. Yours, opinion, your side of the ideas. Other people have different opinions and all over the places. Some of them might coincide with yours. Most of them will not. The point of communication, the point of dialogue, the point of all that shit is to just talk to each other and maybe come to common grounds. Maybe expose somebody to different ideas so then you can all go, oh, well, that makes sense now. Oh, that's information I didn't know. Oh, that changes my opinion. Can I change yours? Cool, great. Let's communicate. No. Not in today's world. Oh, no, absolutely not. And my fucking chair squished down again. I love this chair. Fucking piece of garbage. But no, nowadays, no, you can't have an opinion. No, especially if it's something I don't like. I mean, fuck your opinion, Stephen. All right, because it's not my opinion, and that means you're wrong about absolutely everything. It doesn't matter what it is if it's not my opinion. If you don't share exactly what I say, then you're an idiot and you're wrong and you hate America or you hate progression or you hate the right wing or you hate the left wing or you hate the middle wing, the chicken wings. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's okay anymore. I don't know what's acceptable. Social media just keeps telling me that nothing's acceptable because everything's accepted. You have to tolerate everything except for intolerance. You can't tolerate intolerance because that's intolerating tolerance. And you can't do that because toleration is tolerance. What the fuck is happening? Well, hate speech is not freedom of speech because it's speech about what they believe in. But you got to be tolerant of freedom of speech because people have to have the freedom of speech. But people that don't like people, well, they can't speak. Now, hate speech is a double-edged sword of conversation because the thing is should people be allowed to speak about their negative feelings about other people? By definition of freedom of speech, yes, they should be. By definition of freedom of speech, yes, they should be. Now, inciting a riot, no, that is a call to action. That is not freedom of speech. That is doing something above and beyond. Any kind of inciting situations like that are a little bit fucked up. But if they don't like somebody, you can say, I don't like this person. That's within the rights of a human being to state, I don't like that person. If you go down onto a baser nature of one person versus one person, okay, I'm going to use you there, Steven, just as an example. If you and I didn't like each other, right? You would have every right to say, I don't like that Eric guy. I don't like him. And for whatever reason, you could not like me. Okay? Whatever reason, I don't care. It's because I'm balding. All right? And you don't like bald people. That's a little hypocritical. But it can be for whatever reason, Okay? Maybe you don't like me because I don't have a gun. All right? Sure, let's go that route. I don't have guns. I'm not good at them, so I'm not very good. Fuck that guy. And I could not like you. Dude, we share the same hairline. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, but maybe the gun thing, and maybe I don't like you because you do have too many guns, and I'm just like, oh, that guy's got too many guns. Okay. We have the right to not like each other. That's okay. We don't have to fucking be in love and be like, no, that guy's okay. He's all right because we don't share the same opinion. No, it's fine. It's fine. Now, the thing is it becomes a problem if we act on that dislike. That's when it becomes a problem. When we start getting involved in each other's existence to purposely be a fuck ass and cause problems for the other person, then we're crossing some lines, because then it goes from just being freedom of expression to say, I'm not really a fan of that dude, to now I'm going to act on it. That's the difference. So racism, as shitty as it is a person's opinion of somebody else's race. And black people don't like white people. There is a fuck ton of social media of racism against white people, and that is fact, and I don't give a fuck what people say. It's not reverse racism, it's racism, period. Reverse racism is not a thing. Racism is a thing. If you hate somebody because of the color of their skin, that's racism, fact. There's systemic racism, and then there's racism. They're two different things. Fuck off with all this little, bullshit in between. I'm talking about regular racism, a person hating somebody else because of the color of their skin, the end. Anyway, that sucks. But you're allowed to not like somebody because of the color of their skin. It's shitty. I mean, to not like somebody based off that reason, because you don't know who they are. You're not basing it off the merit of their personality. You're not basing it off of anything other than the fact that that's the color of their skin, or like, some people, they don't like people because they're gay. They don't like people because of whatever. They're basing it off of a generalized thing. Like they're not giving them a chance because they're just blanketing their hate. Now, as gay people are a little more dramatic sometimes, so maybe they don't like dramatic people, and they're like, oh, well, that gay person, they're going to be dramatic. Fuck them. It's possible. Very, very possible. And that's where they got the idea. But you can't do that. You can't. Well, you can. I'm like, you can't do that. Yeah, you can. Fucking chair. God damn it. I need you up here so I can actually sit and paint, you fucking... Oh, no, you dildo. Don't go over there. You fucking ass cock. Quit being an ass cock. There we go. All right. Now, the point I was making was, though hate isn't the best way to live your life, some people do. And though everybody screams, don't judge me, they are the quickest to judge everybody. And that sucks. I'm not preaching pro-hate. I'm not preaching pro-anything, except I'm preaching pay the fuck attention to your words. Practice what you preach and mean what you say what you mean. Because if you're going to say equal rights of blank for everybody equally, then you have to accept the bad with the good. You have to. Because if you're going to take forth the point of judging everybody and say, equal rights for everybody except those guys, and maybe them. Oh, and don't forget those guys are douchebags too. Then you start to become judge, jury, and executioner. And then you have all the power, and then you become the very people you hate. That whole you stare long enough into the abyss and the abyss stares back into you. Don't fight monsters. Be wary of fighting monsters lest you become a monster kind of thing. That's all factual. The only way to defeat evil is to become evil. That's fact. The good never defeats evil. Good never wins. Sorry to tell you this truth, people, but good does not win. Evil just becomes lazy and goes, I got better things to do. Fuck off. But good does not win. It never has. It never will. It's just one of those things that good has this bizarre preconceived notion that it triumphs no matter what. And it doesn't. All it does is it bitches and complains until things get tired and just goes, fuck, okay, shut up. Whereas evil of the world pretty much just thrives and keeps going. That's it. I think somebody just farted. I heard my son. He's getting up. So yeah, or really loud. Sure enough, there's my boy. Anyway, but sad truths are, man. I mean, the world's a shithole of a place, and we have to deal with the bad, or it's going to crush us because we're not going to be able to handle it. And that's the thing, is everybody wants to get rid of the bad. And I understand and respect that feeling, that concept of, hey, we should live in this utopia, this perfect place where there is no evil, there is no bad, there is no negativity, but you'll never get that. Too many people love chaos. Too many people love the destruction. Too many. So even if you got rid of some hate speech, there's always going to be hate speech in the corner, in the darkness, in the shadows. It's always going to be there. You'll never get rid of it, ever. And unless you can accept that, you can't move on from it, and it will find its way back in and crush you. So this freedom of speech thing, this people are afraid of others' ideas but want everybody to respect theirs. The world's fucking retarded, dude. You know? Everybody wants to be right, but they can't accept the moment they're wrong, so then they can learn to be right. Instead, they just scream at you, like my wife. Fun story. The other day, I kept telling her, a couple days ago, I was like, women are like this. And, oh, I blanket statement something, didn't I? Oh, yes, I did. It's a joke, though, that women are always right, even when they're wrong. Hey, Mitch. And it's a funny joke, but it's true. Women are always right, even when they're wrong. But my wife was yelling at me, or she wanted to find a video that I watched of this weird, like, gothic country musician, because I was looking specifically for something once, and that came up. And because it was a neat video, so my wife's like, oh, what was that video? And I said, I don't know. And she started scrolling through my YouTube history, and like massive, like she was scrolling back like 6 months. I'm like, it wasn't that far back. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And she was scrolling so far back, the archives are having to like reboot. She's like, why is it fucking so slow? Fuck! And I was like, you're not letting it catch up to itself. She's like, that's not how it works. I'm like, yes, it is. You can literally see the videos like popping up as you're trying to scroll down, and you're just like passing weeks of it. And I told her, I was like, it was just a couple of months ago. And she's like, no, it fucking wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. She was getting pissed at me. And I'm like, you need to calm down. Trust me. And she goes, no, it was when we were both watching Master Chef together. I'm like, no, it wasn't. That was months ago. It was way after that. I was like, it was just literally a couple of months ago. I already saw one of the videos it was related to, but you flipped past it because you didn't let the rest of the dates load, the rest of the videos load. She just flipped out on me. So for like 30 minutes, she screamed at me about this while I was trying to tell her there's easier ways to do this. And then finally she was like, fine, fuck it. You think you can fucking find it? Man, she was pissed. And then finally she came back because she looked on her YouTube thing, because she apparently looked it up too. And she goes, it was October 25th. And I said, see, it was just a couple of months ago, you know, like I said. And then I went back to that time. And right there was the video I said started loading. And I was like, yeah, and right there's the video I said. And I even named it out whenever I saw it. And I was like, and here's the other videos. I was like, this is the video you're looking for. Click. And I was like, now, I think you fucking owe me an apology. She's like, no, I don't fucking owe you anything. The fuck is that shit? Really? Like, really? Like, come on, you ain't gotta be an ass like that. Your opinion's right. Oh, no matter what. Always right. People are right, no matter what. They can't be wrong. Even when they're wrong, they're not wrong, and they refuse to be wrong, and they will not give an apology. They will not accept that they are wrong. That's fucked up. Everyone is a phobic of some sort to someone else. No matter how squeaky clean you are, people will hate you. So this proves that you're better off to just have your own ideas and thoughts, move on. Exactly. And that's it. Everybody's entitled to their own fucking opinion. And that's the only thing you're entitled to. You know? You're not entitled for people to bow down to you and respect you. You're not entitled for people to agree with you. You're not entitled to a goddamn thing except to have your own opinions, your own thoughts. Problem is social media doesn't really tell you, hey, you can have your own thoughts. Social media goes, hey, think like this. And if you don't think like all these other people, well, then you're a Nazi. And we have to socially annex you. And we have to dox you. And we have to whatever. And I'm not saying like those Nazis, like I wasn't using the literal term Nazi, but then I said dox you, and a lot of people do get doxed are like Nazis. But I'm saying the world we live in is fucking ridiculous with that shit. And it's weird, you know, when all that shit starts hitting because, you know, okay, some people, like who is it? There's some of these comedians and stuff, they're getting called out for wearing blackface. Like Saturday Night Live. I think it was Saturday Night Live. Who was it? The Jimmy Fallon wore blackface, I think, on a skit from Saturday Night Live like 10 years ago or something like that, right? And he was getting called out left and right on it. And he got in a lot of trouble, or people were like, oh, cancel him, cancel culture, cancel culture. That whole show then should be canceled, not him. Because it wasn't just he who went, I'm not going to go out there on blackface. Nobody will see it. Nobody will know. Ha ha. And he jumps out on the skit and does it. That's a whole group of people who have to okay the skit, talk about the skit, write the skit, go through all that shit. So the whole show should be canceled. That's it. Not just one dude. Like with the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, I believe you called them white knights, but who was doing well over 3/4 the rioting and looting whites. I call them white knights because I don't know if I heard this somewhere or if I just made it up, but you know, the white knight syndrome, and that's what I call it. So I don't know if I heard that somewhere. I may not have, and if I didn't, then I'm totally taking credit for that. Remember it. But the white knight syndrome, where people, you know, because the white knights in stories were always like the ones who rescued people, and so the knight in shining armor, you know, and that's what it was. Is yeah, the white people are always the ones. Black people, black power, Black Lives Matter, and you're all, why aren't they screaming that though, bro? Like, it's their movement. Let them have a voice. Why are you talking for them? Isn't that kind of part of the point? And yeah, all the rioting and looting. Well, there's a lot of black people doing the rioting and looting too. And you know, fuck it, dude. I'd probably fucking riot and loot some shit. Not these moms and pop stores though. Fuck it. They don't need that shit. Your own local businesses, man. Fuck that. Corporate America though. Goddamn. Come on, corporate America's behind so much bullshit. That is not going to work. That is. I need to brighten that up with white. But you know, corporate America, dude, fucks us anyway. So like, if rioting ever took place at like Walmart or something, you know what I mean? If Walmart ever just shut down, everybody went and rioted it, I wouldn't shed a tear, you know, because they make billions a day. Walmart makes, I don't know the numbers, but I'm sure somebody does. They make millions a day, at least. Millions a fucking day. Just sitting there doing nothing. You know? And these mom and pop stores struggle forever trying to just compete to keep customers, you know, and keep their livelihood alive. Some of these people are old, and that is their only livelihood, you know. And then you have riots, and they come through, and they literally destroy absolutely everything and steal a bunch of shit. That would suck. But like some of the corporate ones, man, I ain't got no feels for that, you know. Them big boys, they can from Google. What's from Google? Walmart generated revenue. Oh, from Google. Walmart generated 1.435 billion per day during the past year. Holy fuck. Up compared to. Now that ain't no up nothing, dude. That don't matter. This is the third year Walmart has posted more than $500 billion in revenue. Fucking Christ. When you're a company that is making over 1 billion, almost 1.5 billion a day. A day. If you had a fucking state, a town in riot you'd never even, it wouldn't even dent. It wouldn't even put a dent. That whole store could be rioted, looted, and burned to the ground. And they wouldn't even have a dent in their fucking profits. They wouldn't even have noticed. That would have literally been like them losing a dollar bill out of their pocket. You know? Like, fuck me. 1.4 something.
Your dog smells like cheese.
Your butt smells like cheese.
It does.
Gross.
I haven't showered in 3 weeks. It's gross. It's not true. I showered.
I know. You shower like every day, son.
Twice a day.
Yeah, I know sometimes. Jesus Christ. You deserved it.
You deserve me. You deserve me, Dad.
Oh, that's...
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Oh, it is fun. Anyway. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that's the biggest sun. But it's really not. It's... Can I help you with something?
I forgot when I came to the bathroom.
Yeah, I figured you probably did. Is you just kind of wandered around for a bit, and then you remembered. Isn't that special?
Aren't you special?
Like your head. No, I thought it's just kind of. See, we can work that in real fast. Can we? No, probably not. Fucking do close enough, right? Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That looks good. But yeah, when you're a company like that, I can understand. Like a Ride or a Loot, they're not going to know. That I can respectively say, yeah, fuck them. You know, take down corporate America and let's, you know, disrupt the status quo and the system and all that stuff. And remember the 5th of November and, you know, the weird masked guy and all that stuff. Sure, whatever. But it's these rioting and looting of like your local businesses, man. Like the fuck did they do except for ever try to get the support of the locals and be a part of the community? And when you're fucking destroying yourselves, I mean that doesn't really help anybody, does it? No, it really don't. Doesn't help nobody at all. You know. So, unfortunately, that's my thoughts on that one. But the whole opinion to yourself, your own opinion, your own thoughts, I'm allowed to have those about that because I can think what I want. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, no, you can't because you're not part of that. You don't know what that's like there. You've never blah, 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 blah. You've never been oppressed. You don't know. First of all, nobody can compare anything to anything without being part of it.
Question.
What?
Whenever I bend my head over like this, my entire lat hurts really bad.
Did you work out yesterday?
No.
Did you sleep on it wrong?
It's happened twice in a day. Or like it happened 2 days ago, and yesterday it was fine, and then today it hurts again.
Okay, so was you working out and strained anything?
No.
Okay, did you land on your head? Not
Whenever
as
I was a baby.
Not as a baby.
Those you guys tradition. Just throw me downstairs. And
You felt like you were like a slinky. It was amazing. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. All right. Oh, I told him that when child protective agency shows up, that we're just gonna fuck with them the whole time.
You've already told him that.
I know. Well, no, I told him again. Talked about how we're gonna talk
So
about the bees and everything like that.
Bees.
It'll be hilarious, but well, at least we think it'll be hilarious. But you know, it might not be. What up, Eric? Are you keeping that town in line? No. Actually, no. It's the same shithole, dude. It's always been. Where are you at, man? You're not here then, because you were here for quite some time. But I guess you skipped town, eh?
Dad, you need to give me a haircut.
Son, I ain't giving you no haircut. I can't do a pomegranate or whatever the fuck you call them.
I have more hair on my sideburns than you have on your entire head.
Shut up. I can grow a beard like a real man. Hang your head in shame.
You got lucky.
Hang your head in shame.
I can deadlift 675 pounds, and I can bench press almost 200 pounds more than you can.
Okay, that's true. Accurate.
Hang your head in shame.
You're in OK since 08. Oh, man, really? Since 08? slap him. Oh, dude, have you seen my son?
That's probably not a good idea.
My son. Okay, I'm like 200 pounds. He's like 200 pounds of pure muscle. Like he said, he's deadlifting, upwards almost 700 pounds now, benching 365 now. He's 15.
Yeah.
He just turned 15. We've had him in the gym for a minute. Pretty proud of him. Now if I can just get his ego in check, but that's next to impossible. And
my ego's almost, not quite, but almost as big as my biceps.
Almost. Nah, he's a good kid. He's mouthy. I don't know where he got that from, but
definitely not you.
Whatever. Definitely not me.
What do you mean, whatever? I agreed with you.
No, I was saying it was sarcasm. Shut up, son.
You are sarcasm.
Am I still working out, dude? Actually, I had surgery.
He's going to. Whenever
I am. I'm
Monday
going to get back
comes.
into it. I'm tiny now. I lost so much. I gained a gut. Oh, I had a hernia really bad. And my hernia got really bad there for a minute, so I had to quit. So it's been quite a while. And then I had the hernia surgery, and they're like, dude, you're not going to be able to do that. Like, my deadlifts are out. A lot of my core stuff is going to be out. I am going to work off the gut again, but I got to get back into my arms and shoulders and everything. I'm bad, dude. Because I was a beast for a minute, man. And the best I could do then is live through my son. I'm living vicariously through him. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to help him feel better about himself, because I gained custody of him a couple years ago, and he really needed the positivity in his life. He came from a really bad situation. So I helped him to feel better and get better about himself. And now he's doing fantastic. And I just can't quite do it. I'm not going to say, oh, it's old age, because that's what everybody keeps telling me. Oh, it's your old age. I'm like, fuck you. It's not that. Age is all in the mind.
It is.
And
tell yourself you're old, you're going to get old. Tell yourself you're going to die, you're going to die.
Well, I mean, but yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm not doing that I'm old thing. Nah, I ain't old, bro.
I mean, your head is, but I'm kidding, Dad. I'm kidding.
Who's the one who walks around? Oh, my hip. Oh, my lats.
Because
oh,
I
my
stepped
shoulder.
in a hole.
Oh,
twisted sideways.
Whatever,
forward,
dude.
Yeah.
You wake up in more like, oh, I need a new hip.
Oh,
Dad.
yeah, my lat. I forgot about that.
You bitch and complain about old people problems more than I ever have. I get in that gym and I'm like busting down, and you're over there going, oh, my hip.
Not anymore.
My hip, Dad. Oh, my hip. Like, who's the old guy here?
Dad.
Yeah. What?
I'm in the gym whining about how my hip hurts, right?
Shut up. I don't care.
You're not even in the gym anymore.
Yeah, shut up. I got good reasons. So I don't got to deal with looking at your face.
It doesn't matter. You never make excuses for the gym.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, anyway. So what are you doing in OKC now? And hey, you know what, Stephen? We'll get back on this conversation in a second. But yeah, so far that's looking about where I foresaw it. Yeah, what are you doing up there in OKC? Are you keeping that town in line? I don't know. That's a big city by comparison. So just down here working my life away. Doing what though? Like, what are you doing up there now? How's your grandma? Oh, my grandma's fine. Oh, she has cancer. So, she's fine. She had lymphatic. She had some cancer at one point, and they did the thing, and it's doing way better now. But now my grandma's good. She lives with my mom. My mom moved down here. Shit. How long has it been? I don't know. They've been moved into a house just about a mile away here in town still. And, but she's doing much better now. And they're together over there. I'm sorry, fire protection company. Really? Good job, man. Started your own fire protection company. Nice. Nice. And in 5 years, dude. So obviously you're doing it successful. because most businesses shut down within the first fucking year if they're not. So definitely good on you, man. I'm definitely proud of you for that one, bro. But yeah, they're doing all right. Both of them are doing okay, and I mean that's how they're doing. And us, even I'm my conversations on this doing the painting thing, dude. It's always up for anything, dude. So us talking about all the crazy shit and how the world is right now, dude, is totally up for conversation. But just haven't talked to him in forever, so I thought I'd see what he's up to and chat it up there for a sec. So do you ever come back to Cushing and visit? Or could you just stay the fuck away from this town now? Because usually people end up coming back here at some point. So just, if you can, stay away. Well, you're not that far away, though. So, I mean, I guess you technically haven't gotten that far away. So, you might still be dancing on the line there. Doing the drip thing, doing the drip thing. Oh, he bounced. He's like, fuck you, I'm never coming back. Bye. And white males have everything proven facts. I'll be back in this next weekend, finally doing Christmas with my mom and stepdad. Oh, so they're finally okay with that now? They're not too worried about it? Did you tell them what I said and said everybody's getting the corona? Be like, that's Mary would bring him a box that all it says is like corona. Be like, Merry Christmas. Everybody gets corona. They'll be like, damn you. That's not funny. Be like, all jokes aside, yeah, everybody's gonna get corona. We're all doomed. We're all the doomed. But man, you never know. They smoke. That's why they're flipping out. They don't like that every weekend we go out and mingle. Because they smoke, they don't want the coronavirus because they're smokers. I mean, I guess that does make sense, Nobody, you gotta, come on, just drip further, you dildo. I mean, self-preservation and all that, underlining conditions. Yeah, that's what I say, self-preservation and all that. It's all, hey, we do this thing that's not the best, for this situation. Man, whatever you're doing, cut it out. Calm down, whoever's banging on stuff. Probably in the back. But yes. I myself there don't smoke, but my wife smokes enough for fucking a family of 5. So I'm always thinking like, God damn it, I'm gonna have fucking lung cancer and shit before it's all said and done. I'll have underlying conditions of that. I'm already asthmatic. I don't need this shit, wife. Fuck, man. But I guess I'll get what I get and not throw a fit, right? That's how it works, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what I need to do? I kind of need to blur in some more of this a little bit, like there's lines coming down of all this. So even though there's not really, it needs to have some kind of relevance to the rest of it for when it looks like the sun's raining. Interesting. But sure. As long as those kids are having a good time, as long as they're doing that, I'm fine. I'm happy. It's just I want them to not be breaking stuff in my fucking kitchen. I say it like it's my kitchen. My wife's kitchen.
I'm going to ask you something, Dad. I've seen double Cinnamon Toast Crunches, but what is that? It's piece of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and... How?
I don't care.
Okay.
So, no, I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Cinnamon toast. Whatever. I swear to God, those kids need to calm down with themselves. Hey! Those kids are about to have underlying conditions, if you know what I'm talking about. I'll be like, now you're unconscious. That's an underlying condition. All right. And this is, I'm just doing what feels good. We're going to go ahead and put the rest of it all together here in just a few today, though. Definitely to make this more obvious to where this piece is going, but, he sure loves the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Dude, you don't fucking know, bro. Like I said yesterday, we just had to get another deal bag, just a giant bag of it, which is what we normally get. The other day, I got like a family-sized box, and he ate it in one fucking day. And then yesterday, my wife went to Walmart, which is very unusual for her, but we needed some stuff, and I was like, no, I ain't going nowhere. Fuck this. So she had no choice, and so she went. And I didn't go, haha, and that was nice. But he likes the Cinnamon Toast Crunch a lot. Probably too much. It's like, son, what are you doing in the bathroom with a bag of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Did the Cinnamon Toast Crunch consent? But did it really consent? Bloop, bloop, eat some soup. All right. But yes. So back to our original conversation. You said that white males have everything proven facts. So you want to elaborate on that is my question. Would you like to bring forth any more to that piece? Please don't go down the same green one. Don't. Because I get what you're saying, I think. With that, which goes along the whole everybody today, is white people are bad. And it's like we're really not. Maybe the ancestors that came over from England, which gets this. I learned something interesting about this. Sarcasm, just making myself an example. Oh, no. I know. I understand that was sarcasm, dude. I do get that. But I figured that there'd be more to the point. I learned something interesting when I started, I was on a kick to look up, I don't know, facts. Everybody's mad at white people, but it was the Spaniards who came over here and fucked everything up. Are Spanish people white? Because last I knew, Spanish pride and being Spanish, Spaniards and things were like brown. They weren't white. But they're the ones who came over and fucked shit up. They're the ones who conquered everything and did all this terrible stuff back in the day. We're talking like Thanksgiving time. Originally. They did all this terrible, terrible stuff that started the whole thing in the name of England because they made a deal, like Christopher Columbus and shit like that, made a deal with them with the, oh my God, I had all this stuff at one point figured out. But like the king and queen or whatever, he was like, I needed the money for this and that. And, Italy and England and all that. And then they were like, oh, well, let's get Spain involved because of some other shit. And Spain did it. They were the ones that brought out all the fucking boats and slaughtered everybody. Spaniards, the Spanish. I think people are mad at the wrong people. Maybe I'm wrong because, last I knew Spanish Spanish people were brown. And I'm like, but everybody's mad at the white people for conquering America. So I don't know how that works, to be honest. I think you guys are mad at the wrong peeps. But you know, and then you go into the facts about all the other stuff. Please don't combine over to the other one. Don't be a douchebag like that to me. Thank you. But then you go into the other one, you know, like the slave trades and things like that. And, you know, you look at the facts and you look at all this other stuff. It ends up being that black people sold other black people to be slaves first and foremost. If you go around being mad at people for who their family was, we all did screwed up shit. Exactly, dude. Exactly. The past, and I, you know, as a white person, I'm not allowed to say we should just leave the past behind us and move on and get over it. I'm not saying get over it, but I'm saying we need to move the fuck on, or we're going to live there forever. And no amount of reparations or no amount of apologies or no amount of, you know, whatever is going to make up for what people did hundreds of years ago, a couple hundred years ago, you know. Now, none of that's going to be made up for if we don't better ourselves and move the fuck on. You know, hate doesn't help by just being more mad. You know, like it's not going to make it. We've got to make things better. But again, people do have the right to hate. People can hate. People can get mad. People can, you know, that's how it works. You have the right, as we talked about earlier, you have the right to be pissed, to be hateful, but everybody does. Everybody shares that right then. And, you know, you got to accept it. But yeah, we all did screwed up stuff. Everybody's genetics did. Again, I tell everybody all the time, hey, I had nothing to do with the slave thing. What I tell people is my family were busy making pastries out of other people. Oh, yeah, that's, yep. So I, you know, that's kind of where my family reigns from and comes from is they were busy doing a lot of baking. And so I'm like, I'm not part of this fucking race bullshit. You guys leave me the fuck out of that garbage. My family did their own fucked up shit, or my historical peeps, whatever you want to call it. My genetics come from its own fucked up lineage. They did a bunch of crazy shit. But man, you know, I used to have some friends in school. Steven remembers Louis Mandust. When I finally became friends with him after our art battle, you know, thing that never existed that I kept thinking was a grudge. When we became buddies, you know, because he's Iranian or Iraqi descent. I don't remember. His dad's full blood, like Iraqi or Iranian, one of the two. I can't remember. Something like that. And so we would always make jokes about that, and he would make jokes about, you know, so is he the one who pulled the pistol on you? Who? No. You're still gonna ask. I'll message you who it was, and you'll when you find out, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. No, Lewis was fine. We used to always make jokes about. I can't say them now because it's totally fucking inappropriate. What?
Just want to tell you're alive.
No.
You're awesome, Dad.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely awesome. Keep up doing what you do.
Thank you.
What?
I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. I love you too.
Yeah, I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Why are you keeping my face?
That was adorable.
He literally turned back like this.
Isn't he completely a Christian now? He always was, dude. I can't hear you. I can now. Oh, sorry, dude. I wasn't talking. No. Lewis is always a Christian, dude. And him and Robin, his high school sweetheart there. They've been Christians from day one. They got married. They've been married since high school. They have 2 kids. I mean, that's it. But dude, no, bro. But yeah, no. Him and I used to make racial jokes at each other all the time because, you know, he was Iraqi descent or whatever. So I would call him things like, you know, towel head, right? And he would laugh. But that was our camaraderie. We allowed that. And that goes back to the 90s where things like that were all right. Nobody really gave a shit. And it was fun. It was hilarious. And nobody gave a shit. But now if you used to say something like that, oh my God. In fact, you know, if a clip of this shows up now where I say that, oh, I wouldn't be surprised. And it'll be all over social fucking media that I'm the devil and I'm the newest Nazi of fucking right-wing crazies and all this other weird shit just because I said a joke 30 fucking years ago or whatever now. You know what I mean? Like, but he would make fun of me for being of German descent and make very inappropriate jokes of my heritage also. Be a Christian all you want. Just try to be happy very hard. Exactly. And that's what I tell everybody, dude. I'm always about, hey, just live your fucking life. And other people can just live their fucking life. And that's the key thing. It's all about respect. And again, you know, like, excuse me. Everything's about respect. And that's where I go, by the way, Sandy, I don't know if you've ever been involved in these other conversations I've had before about this stuff, but any of my conversations or any of my rants about racism or anything, any kind of difference people have, it always comes down to respect. I like to make the joke, I have one black friend, so I can't be racist. And I have one Mexican friend, so I can't be racist. Because it really makes my wife mad. She hates it when I say that shit. But I actually have 2 Mexican friends. So I can't be racist. But as far as it goes, I'm kidding. I have more than that. I don't count. If you count how many friends of a color you have, that's kind of racist. But they're not Pokemon, people. Can't collect them all. But the thing is it's making jokes. You can be respectful and it's funny. It's your intent. Same thing with Christians. I have a few Christian friends that are, you know, good people because they're not Christians. They're not trying to shove it down your throat and tell me I'm going to hell just because I wear all black. I wear black. You know, what do we do? But they actually just talk to you like a fucking person, and that makes them pretty good people. Good Christians, good real people. And that pisses them off. I wish you could just say people I understand. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, hang on. Jesus, I don't know what the fuck's up with me today. God damn it, it did. Having a mustache is great if you love, you know, being disgusting and fucking getting shit all up in your mustache and feeling like you're kissing a horse's asshole all the time. I was at work one day and they fellow pointed at me and said that man knows the word. And I was thinking, dude, I'm Jewish. Right? That man knows the word. The word is Hanukkah. Maybe that's what he meant. Like, hey, today's word, kids, is, you know, dreidel. See? And like Pee-wee's Playhouse, bro. Like Pee-wee's Playhouse. So, can I help you with something? Hey, gather up dishes today.
I know. I came downstairs to do dishes.
Oh, good job. I was just saying. Man, I ain't gonna jump my head, man. First time I saw you, I was just making sure. Jeez.
If I didn't know, you would jump.
Well, yeah, I would yell at you, but not while I'm live. Then I'd look like a douchebag. You're right. I don't care. But yeah, the point being is again, it all comes down to respect. People just need to respect each other and their viewpoints and opinions. And that's what we were talking about in the beginning there. We had been talking about the Bible the day before. I read up on it because some homeless people tend to be religious. Oh yeah, of course. But that goes into yeah, I enjoy blowing your nose and not knowing a booger was on your goatee for a couple hours. I felt great. Gross, bro. Yeah, no, that's why I'm a picker. I'm like, I do that. Fuck it. And then I look in mirrors constantly. Or I wait till I get on here and I'm all, oh, let me just look up in there. And, it's good times. But no, homeless people are religious. A lot of people like on death row are religious. A lot of people who are down on their luck seem to be religious because they have to find something bigger than self to believe in, to have faith to go on. Because when you have faith in yourself and you are a loser, then you just check out early, so to speak. And that's the thing is you may not be a loser, so to speak, but some people are born losers. And you just can't get a leg up in life. It sucks. My old man would save snakes in his beard. I don't know if you mean save or shave. Like, would he shave cool designs like snakes? Because that's fucking awesome. And thought about doing something like that. Shave lightning bolts. That'd be the shit. But if I ever shave this off again, and I just have like my pretend chin strap, so it looks like I actually have a chin, a jawline again, then yeah, I'm totally doing lightning bolt jawline. And I'll be like, oh, would save snacks, not snakes. He would save snakes in his beard. Like, was he a snake handler? Was that like in the religious thing we're talking about here? He'd be all shaking the snakes out of his beard. And like, was he Medusa? Was he Beard Dusa? Because that's what I'm getting from this conversation. Your dad was Beard Dusa. Dude, okay, that's reverse. That's cool, man. We could do that. That should be a movie. Reverse Medusa. I don't know why nobody's done that. I could see that being pretty cool. But anyway, my point being is I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Just do the mustache, shave everything else. The problem is, dude, is if I shave it, I'll never grow any of it back. I started this little expose or whatever the fuck adventure. And no, keep the beard. Oh, I'm going to keep it. But that's the thing is I started this little adventure and I didn't know if I was ever going to. I knew that if I ever shave it, it's never coming back because I hate it. But at the same time, it's kind of epic. It's like a wild. My wife's like, oh, you should manscape it and make it all pretty. And I'm all, fuck that. I should put leaves in it and like, a dead squirrel because it looks like I just came out of the fucking woods, It's a part of me now. Yeah, it kind of is. It sucks though because, my face paint was all right here where my fucking beard remains and I cannot do it with my beard, but I do have my faces and they're nice. I do see the dilemma in what I am about to do. But see, that's looking nice. I like this. This is good. This is where it's supposed to be. It's not at all where I envisioned it in my logical brain, but it makes some sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any fucking sense, people. Sorry. Here, let's put this one back. But anyway, we've had quite a long, interesting conversation today, and about the stuff like we're talking about. Oh my God. Basically, we were talking earlier about people's opinions and how everybody has the right to their own beliefs and thoughts. And that's just the thing is it's a respect thing. So can you be friends with somebody? Here's the big question for anybody that gives a shit to answer. Can you be friends with somebody if they're cool as fuck with you, they respect you, you respect them, but they hate an ethnicity group? Can you be friends with somebody? That's a good question. Let's say you're friends with somebody for months and you share every interest and they're fucking fantastic people to you and you genuinely respect each other, absolute, and love the company, love everything about them. And then suddenly you come to find out that they don't like Mexicans, right? Would you be friends with them still? Or would that alone make you go, no, fuck you, bro? It's a good question. And see, that's kind of the weird part is, you know, all these people, again, want freedom of speech, freedom of this, freedom of that, but then they want to deny other people from having the same rights because it disagrees with what they believe in. And that's a hard toss-up because, again, if you're going to have that freedom, everybody else should have it. Yes, unless they go out and cause harm, internal thoughts and feelings mean nothing. That's on them. That's how I think. You know, the thing about it is I am not racist in the slightest. I'm not sexist. I'm not homophobic or any phobic in the slightest. I do have friends who are not the fondest of certain colored people. I have told them, you know, I got friends that are of color, you know, different colors and stuff. Don't disrespect them and don't disrespect me and don't, you know, and they do. They respect me highly. So they will specifically shut the fuck up about anything like that around me. Because I know that if they make jokes, they're not jokes. If I make jokes with me and my friends who are of color, we all laugh and have a good time. They're jokes. That's kind of the difference. That's where the intent comes into play. And I have a friend of mine. I will keep his name out of my mouth. But he is so woke that he says intentions don't matter. If you add hate to the hate, what you get is more hate. Correct. And that is what I said earlier. I said, you know, you can't, you know, yes. Well, that's not what I said. I was talking kind of about that, though, earlier. The thing about it is Jesus, and I'm going to go religious here, is he didn't hang out with other people who were like, we love everybody in Jesus. He hung out with the criminals and the crooks and the freaks and the weirdos and the hookers and all that stuff there because he was trying to show them a better way of life. And that's why all these people back in the day, they'd be like, oh, do you think Jesus, what would Jesus do about you, Eric? And I'm like, he would actually hang out with me before he hung out with you. They're like, no, you're full of shit. You don't know anything about Jesus. And I'm like, you don't know anything about Jesus. Read your fucking Bible. We do, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, obviously you fucking don't. I'm like, he hung out with people that didn't have faith because he was showing them a better way of life. So then they would come to that and go, come to it of their own will and go, maybe this guy's got onto something. That's why I respect my Christian friends. They don't push the religion on me. They don't ever question anything. You know, nothing. They don't go, well, hey, Eric, I think you need to speak with Jesus about that. Nothing. They have always been, you know, if you ever have questions, Eric, you know, you can ask me. I'm like, I know. Things like that. But I don't, because I don't. And so, you know, it's one of those kind of things where same thing goes in all this stuff. It's the world we live in is such a clusterfuck. It's so hard. People of age, you guys are a little older, you know, a lot of the guys that, not all of you, like Deathstalker there, you're like 10. And I'm just kidding, dude, you're not 10, I know. But, you know, we get it. We've lived long enough. But some of these kids, and I know I sound like that old guy, these young whippersnappers and their talk ticks and their books of faces. But it's true. They're fucking morons because they're letting little weird controlled devices tell them how to think and talk and believe and all this other shit. And it's just ridiculous to think we've lost our humanity so quickly into something so ignorant. And now we're screaming for equal rights, equal, you know, freedom of speech, except for them, you know, equal this, equal that, well, except for them, you know, freedom of this, well, but not for them, not for them. You got to tolerate this, except for that, not over there. That's intolerant. You can't tolerate that, but you got to tolerate everything else. Acceptance, but you can't accept them. Oh, I don't like them. No, you can't accept them. We got to socially shun them. Okay. Yep. All right. That I think that's good. That sums it up. Well, wait. Next week we're going to change all this though, because we're going to add some people to the list. That's why I bitch about all this stuff, but I really don't give a fuck about any of it. I'm so tired of the world. And, my only concern is my kids, man. I got all these little kids running around here. Drip Shrek. Well, I sure am glad that message just popped up on my thing there, my feed. Drip Shrek. Well, all right then. That's a thing. But the world we live in is just a clusterfuck, and we have to accept it because we have to tolerate it and live with it because that's where it is. I don't think the Tide Pod company did its job very well a while back. I think it should have did better because they left a few, and they're still in the world all over the place. And so, yeah, definitely should have planned that out better. I needed to kind of do these more. I don't know what I'm doing with this angle thing. This angle thing isn't really working for these. So I forgot. I just kind of did these straight across too. I'll fix that here in a few. I actually don't feel like fixing it right now. I want to do something else. So I want to get to more of the structure of this inside and stuff going on. I just wanted to have this kind of out there. I have no idea the fuck this is where I'm going at all. I never fucking do. What am I? Fuck me. Anyway. Off topic. Have you seen Creep? Yeah. I have seen Creep. They actually have a second one, by the way, if you didn't know that. The kind of, not found footage, but the live footage. I don't know what you'd call that. I haven't seen the second one, though. I meant to. But I have yet. I think I'm going to try something different. This may be a mistake. You are talking about the guy, the weird, like it's like a follow around camera thing. The dude, like it's like doing a documentary style thing, right? Just making sure that I'm not off because some people name like the movie Backwoods. There's like 15 Backwoods movies, so I just want to make sure. But yeah, I think it's the same. And I don't really remember it very well now that I think about it. I think I liked it. I think it was pretty good for being a kind of a shitty found footage-y style movie. But I can't really recall too much about it. Damn. I don't think I could. I don't really recall too much about it. Like now that I'm thinking about it, dude. Yeah, there was another Creep back in 2004. That was something else. Yeah. Well, the Creep does have it. I know the one with the dude who had like the guy with the camera and stuff. There is a second one that they did. They did a follow up to it. So, but yeah, I can't. Like I said, I just don't really remember it, dude. Screw that chair. I'm gonna use a palette brush. Oh, hey, my chair finally did the movement thing. Or a palette brush. I'm going to use a palette brush. Not very brush-like. But yeah, I'm going to do that for my things. This is a mistake. I can already tell you this is going to be a fucking mistake. So let's see how big of a mistake it is. All right. Well, I used to have a gray. I don't know what happened to my gray. It's not in here, is it? What is that? Hey, it's my gray. Okay. Time's flown by today. We chatted about a lot of crazy shit. So. But yeah, I don't really remember the Creep movie that well, dude. Sorry. I would love to conversate with you more about it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I know it. I see it in my head. I remember some sequences to it, but the overall, like, I don't remember how it ended. I don't remember. Like, I don't really remember shit about it, except for the dude like running around being a crazy ding dong. I'm sorry, sir. I may have failed you. Oh my God. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. And by ladies and gentlemen, I mean gentlemen, because I don't think anybody, female, is watching currently. We're going to see if this works. I don't know if it will or not. So here's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to figure out how to make a, yeah, let's just see what happens. I want to kind of do like a, So first and foremost, we're going to have like a thing here, location here. Fuck you. That didn't work at all. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Look at that. That was trash. How is this supposed to work? I've seen people do this a lot, and they do amazing stuff with it, and I can't do a goddamn thing with it. So fantastic. All right, let's quit this garbage of an idea. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do these. You know what? My next painting will be completely dedicated to figuring that one out. So back to the old school style of, oops, I fucked that up. Let me just do this. This is my line for what's going to be the window seals. And these windows are going to kind of go up, obviously. And this window is obviously going to go up too, because that's how windows work. Now, when we do this, we're going to have a, yeah, that actually is fucking almost beautifully perfect. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. We might have to just, might have to, you know, that did a good job. We're going to just keep that a nice line. There we go.
I feel like I could be a waitress at this point.
With all the cups from your mom?
Well, no, like the amount that I can carry.
Oh, yeah, because you're learning how to just do that. Because, again, the amount from your mom. My wife does not know how to pick up after herself, by the way. Not that I should air that dirty laundry of hers out there, but I'll pick this up tonight at work. Headed out for bed. Peace. All right, peace. It ain't gonna get much more exciting though, trust me, dude. I'm just it'll be boring. Who knows? And if the conversation goes good, then maybe it'll be exciting conversation, but I doubt it. It'll probably be the same boring conversation. Yes. Doing a better. Blip, blap, boop. Eat some soup. I don't know why I say that all the time, but I love saying it. It's like my phrase that pays. Only it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay at all. In fact, it's trash that it doesn't pay. It should pay me money for saying it so much, because I say it all the time. Now you're probably asking, why did you paint it brown to begin with if you're just painting over it? Shut up. That's my answer. Just shut the fuck up. I don't care. What do you think about the Candyman? I haven't seen the Candyman remake. Where the fuck is it at? I was actually just thinking the other day, dude, about like I have not seen anything on it since like it was supposedly coming out, and I didn't see where it came out. Like I wasn't paying attention. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. It looked bad as fuck from the commercial, bro. Like, I honestly was looking forward to it. I'm not a big. Now, admittedly, okay, here's my take on the films of current time. Okay, I don't mind that we're getting to a place where we're starting to be more diverse in our films. And Jordan Peele, as a director overall, like I did love I loved. Hang on, I loved the things he's done so far. Like Get Out was good. Fuck. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. It's looking all right like that. Okay. Anyway, Get Out was good. Us was good. I liked those. I liked those a lot. Everything about those films were pretty fucking solid. However, like he did say some stuff where he's talking about he's never going to cast like a white person lead and stuff like that. And that goes into I understand it, trying to be more proactive for black actors and actresses and things like that. That goes into my whole thought of you should honestly pick the best person for the movie. But if he's writing them, then he'll write it for a black lead, and then that's acceptable and everything's fine. So, it kind of goes into all that stuff there. So as long as it doesn't ever become, some bullshit thing there, more power to the guy, more power to him. Because he does do good stuff. I like his stuff overall. The Candyman remake, that is some icy grounds, some icy waters to stand on, because it's Candyman. And Tony Todd not being Candyman, that's something else. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, we'll have to see how it works. I mean, it could work. It could potentially work really well. And I hope it does. Because I'd love to see the mantle go on. I'd love to see the Candyman movies continue. However, I don't know if it is a woke film, because I'm seeing too many movies concentrate on the wokeness of things. Like, the new Batwoman series or whatever, they concentrated on the chick being gay. And they're like, oh, gay actress and gay this. And so I didn't even give a fuck to even check it out. And it wasn't the fact that I was like, oh, I'm anti-gay. It was just the fact that it was like, if this is what you're focused on, are you doing good writing? Are you doing good character development? Are you doing good effects? Are you doing good story development? Are you doing good what? Or are you just concentrating on this one thing as your selling point? So that kind of shit concerns me. So whenever I see movies that are woke, and I'm not saying a Candyman thing, this is way off topic, but when I see, directors or actors or films that are woke as fuck and they very, very hardcore push that, it worries the fuck out of me that maybe that's the only thing they worry about. So as long as he doesn't really go that route with his work to the point where it shadows the work itself, then I think that he'll always make great shit. Because Us was really cool. And Get Out, I really, really thought Get Out was really good. And I know everybody's like, oh, well, they're just like this movie, or they stole this inspiration, or they stole. Man, there's nothing new. There's nothing new in the world. So you can't make something brand new and people accept it, because even if it was brand new, they'd still be like, well, it kind of reminds me of this. Okay, well, let it remind you of that. So you just got to take it on the chin for that one. But for what they were, I thought they were really well done. Overall, they were really cool and really well done. The government experiment aspect of Us, I thought was kind of a cheap way out. So the ending was kind of for me. I expected something better than that, like maybe alternate dimensional things. not necessarily just everybody in the world's been cloned and has a weird connection. So I kind of expected something a little bit better for an ending. And I think it could have been a little bit better thought out. But overall, I liked it. You know. We should probably get together sometime and do a just like a movie, I don't know, movie conversation or something, bro. I'm sure we'd have some interesting takes on it. You and I watched, like I saw you did Zombies, and you know, they have Zombies 2 also. But I've owned Zombies since it came out. I was like, oh my God, I've talked about what if animals were zombies forever. Since zombie movies were a thing, I was like, what if animals were zombies? Imagine a zombie rhino coming at you. That'd be fucked. You couldn't do anything about that. You can't even shoot like regular rhinos with guns. They're like, bang, ba-doom, bang, ba-doom. You'd never be able to stop that. Fuck me, that'd be like an army tank that just hates you and wants you to die. It'd be crazy. So, you know, when Zombies came out, I was like, oh my God. And I had to get that. And wow. So, yeah, I've got to go. You know, and I intended on actually making a video on that one as well at some point. But you, sir, seem to catch me. You're like way ahead of the curve on my list. So I'm like, damn that guy. I don't want to seem like I'm just copying everything you do. But you seem to love the same kind of stuff I do. You know, Killer Sofa, you stay away from it. And all right, let's get on this business. What do you think of the Candyman remake? I mean, I'm taking it you've seen it, because I have. I've only seen the commercial, but it looked pretty mean. Little Things with Denzel Washington that's about to come out. That looks bad as fuck. That looks bad as fuck. I don't know if you've seen the commercial for that. I just caught it yesterday on, I don't even know, I think it was on YouTube as a commercial. Oh, you haven't seen it and you don't remember the first Candyman? Holy shit, bro. Did you see it? Do you remember any of the Candyman movies? Like, do you remember any of them? Because, dude, Candyman was... okay, all three of them are pretty much the same. It's the same basic storyline. But, dude, Candyman was the shit. It was one of the franchises that... And this could be due to... I only saw the first one. Really? Man, no. Shame on you, sir. For Rizzle, go fucking watch them. Do it. Tony Todd, first of all, that dude is amazing. It's just his voice. I don't know. He's just like got that sexy voice, you know? And I think that's what really got in that role, because when he's telling people to be his victim and stuff, you know, makes sense. A deep, sexy voice, you know, be my victim. Yeah. And you're like, I don't know about that. But that voice, all right, I guess I can do this. But, you know, the whole story was great. The whole concept was great. The first movie, I mean, they did a really good job with it all for back in the day, especially, you know. It's just sad that franchise didn't do more. But at the same time, with that storyline, it wasn't really much you could do more with it. And that sucks. Really does suck. It's kind of like the Jason Friday the 13th, where that storyline really didn't allow a very broad spectrum of movies. So they're all pretty much the exact same fucking movie. Kids go to the camp, kids die. Jason dies, the end. You know? So you see one Friday the 13th movie past 3, you've seen them all. And so unfortunately, Candyman didn't survive. And that I almost always questioned, was that some kind of Hollywood racist thing? Because, like, we didn't have any black slashers, really. And he was it. He was like the black, you know, slasher icon, was fucking Candyman. And I think they should have continued with that. I mean, there have been other ways. There could have been many better ways for the storyline to have been continued. And the new one, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to be like Tony Todd's supposed to be in it as Candyman. So I think what's going on, I think my theory was that he's still the soul of Candyman, but like kind of it inhabits a new body. And then maybe that's how they're going to carry on the franchise without ignoring the original franchise. You know what I mean? Without disrespecting it. I think that was my theory. I don't know. Because I could see that being a really good way to do it. But it was a great like urban legend, like the classic, you know, Bloody Mary thing. And I think they should have continued it. I really think they should have made a big deal about it. And I think they really missed a grand opportunity. I really think they missed a grand opportunity to make something amazing with that franchise. And then Tony Todd, unfortunately, was always after that just thrown into the worst B stuff. Like, I don't know. It just sucked. Always, every time you see Tony Todd's name, he always seemed to have shit roles. Like, Tony Todd's better than that. But yet, it always seemed like he was just getting these, like, half-ass roles. You know, which kind of gives me faith that maybe one day in one of my film ideas, maybe I'll be able to hire his ass. I'm like, Tony, come over here and be something amazing in this. And, you know, I got faith. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, right? But I don't know. We'll just see. Man, I want like Clint Howard. Like, that's one of my goals. Tony Todd. I want to get him in something. You know, I got a couple of people on my list that I definitely want to get in a film or something somewhere. And I got connections to them, but you know, friends of friends kind of deal in the business. But yep, I still ain't. It's not free. Nobody's free. You know, can't just be like, hey, come be in this stupid short film or whatever. But until I get something lock, stock, and barrel that I could significantly do, I still wouldn't do it. You know what I mean, dude? Because I wouldn't want to waste anybody's fucking time. And with life being the way it is, I don't even fucking know. One day. I say that now, but I've already started, so that one day is going to be soon. Looking good. It's looking good. I gotta do this because I'm using my right hand, so I can't do my defined points otherwise. Oops. I put my hand in my painting. And you left-handers all bitch about that. Left-hand problem, smudge. Now, fuck that. Right-handers do it too, man. Act like y'all something special. Interesting fact, most artists are left-handed. That's why I'm not a real artist. It's true. It's the true. Last year I was a writer. I was a writer for the 48-hour film festival. We have one of those here. Every year I keep meaning to do it, but I never do. So be part of it somehow, you know. But I never do. But that's cool, man. Was you a part of a team or just like, do you mean like for the actual event, you know, because I usually am like, people wanted me to do like special effects for it and stuff and all kinds of things, and I'm always down for it. It's just, I don't know. Last year when, I think it was the year before actually, I don't think last year we even had it around here. I don't remember. Shit, I want to do it all just by myself. I'll be like, you know what? I don't need a team. I just need actors and leave me alone. I need actors and then get the fuck out of my way. Team Absurd TV. Oh yeah, that's the one that has, I know you guys, I think I subscribed to it with the My Little Pony looking like the figures and stuff like that you were doing. I remember that. And we talked about that the other day. I can't remember what you called it. Can't remember its name off the top of my head. Sorry. I know it makes me a douchebag. The Super Pony blah 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 blah, and I'm just gonna pretend like I said it right, and but you know what I'm talking about because you're the one who does it, and but yeah, I'm too fat to fit into my brony t-shirt now. That sucks. My wife got me a brony shirt and it had Rainbow Dash going across it, and it said brony and it had a rainbow. It was awesome. I'm way too fat to fit in it now. Sucks. So it's either for my daughter, which would be hilarious. Close enough. Yeah, thanks. I know what you're talking about, and I have been over there, and I am subscribed. And I think I'm subscribed. Just in general support, you know. I don't think anything's popped up. Man, I don't know. Man, my YouTube's crazy. But as far as it goes, yeah, I'm a total brony. Before brony meant weird stuff. Now apparently brony means really weird stuff, and I'm like, huh, interesting. You can make a microwave cheese. Make a microwave cheese sandwich. You guys all right? You'll survive. Hey, hey, Hamburg. Yeah, having daughters, I was introduced to the My Little Pony, the new one, like quite some time back, and I think I enjoyed it more than they did. I was all like, "What the Nightmare Moon? What the fuck is all this crazy shit?" I was like, "That bitch is evil." It's like, all right, okay, well, this is kind of cool. Didn't expect any of this nut crazy garbage to happen. I was like, but all right, I'm down with this. And then we all started watching it together, and then, you know, my kids grew up and I was still watching My Little Pony. It was pretty funny. People are like, dude, you're weird. And I'm like, nah, I'm a brony, bro. Like, I totally admit I'm a brony. It's cool. Like, I don't mind. They're like, so you watch My Little Pony? I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh, but I got kids. And they're like, oh, okay. It's okay then. I'm like, yeah, totally, kids. Totally because of my children. Not because I'm a weirdo or anything. This is interestingly enough coming out completely different than it was supposed to, by the way. So I am bizarrely curious as to what it's doing with itself here. But it has been something. It's been an adventure so far. Adventure. Yeah. Adventure time. Not really, no, but. I breathed in wrong. I don't understand what the fuck just happened there. God damn. You know, this actually has a much bigger purpose and it needs to do better than what it's doing. But I'm purposely doing it with the paint being layered with wetness so it blurs and blends together and it won't ever quit. And I wanted it to do that for good reasons. though those reasons seem to not matter anymore, and I don't know what the fuck is even happening, and I don't care. So yeah, so far so good. Yeah. Not good at all, no. Terrible. We're doing all right. We're doing just fucking fine, people. Shh. Don't ruin it for me. Now what you're seeing is big black egg. That might be right, but you're wrong. Not big black egg. So, well, you know what there, Richard. And I call you by first name because you use it online. So, you know, have you seen, and I know you have, but the new Child's Play remake, and what do you think about it? I can only say that because, you know, it's something I know you've seen by now, and we can share views on that one. So I have an actual review on that one up on my thoughts, but what are your thoughts, bro? On the new Child's Play remake. And also, you know, they're making a TV show from the original Child's Play guys, not the new remake. What's your thoughts on all that? You was not a fan of the new one? No, no, sir, not at all. Me neither. I mean, I realized in my my report why it didn't seem to fall proper and why it fell short. For me, and I think for many, is because Chucky, at least in his design, not the fact that they redesigned him like they did, it was the fact that he had no human characteristics. And so humans could not connect with him. In the original, when he was a doll and pretending to be a doll, he looked like a doll. But when he became angry, he looked like a fucking person. Like, it was synthetic, but it had features that mimicked anger and facial features. He's like, yeah, you know, and it was some scary looking shit. Because, you know, it was an animatronic fake person, but it was some scary shit. You're like, God damn, look at this little fucking monstery doll thing. Not a fan of that look because it was scary. I mean, you were a fan. That's the point. But the new one, even in the movie, they make fun of it kind of where he's like, okay, that's scary. And he's all, he looked like he was constipated at best. And I realized, though, it was because in the original, even though he was the bad guy and you hated him and he was killing kids and all this other stuff, you know, killing people and trying to steal a kid's soul, you as a human being could identify with him being a human being at points. And that's what it made it okay. It sold it because he was an angry person trapped in this body and he was pissed off. But the new one, there's no connection. It's just empty. And I get, you know, they had to do what they had to do because they were trying to cash in on the Chucky name, but they couldn't use anything because they did it because okay, in case you didn't know, I'm sure you do because, you know, you're a man of similar tastes. But the legalities of it is they had to make it different enough that if they continue the franchise, they wouldn't run into the legalities. The character arc for the new one doesn't work. Yeah, true too. I was just basing that off the look alone, you know, why the look didn't grab people. Because that's the biggest complaint. Everybody's like, oh my God, he looks like shit. And I think it's because he has no human features, really. He has eyes and a mouth and a nose and ears and hair and blah, 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 blah. But they don't look ever like an angry human, whereas the first one does. The character arc, all of it, dude, is just... it. But again, they had to do it different. They had to make it where it wasn't a guy who possessed a doll. So that way they could continue the story. Because they shared rights for the first movie or whatever, and they could get legally away with that, but they could not legally continue that shit. They couldn't continue with the original storylines and stuff. So they had to make it different enough that they could continue a movie if they need be, you know? But they didn't. And it really feels like the end of the movie was like super rushed. Like I can't remember, was it Child's Play that I thought it felt rushed? Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't Child's Play that I felt rushed. I'm trying to think of the ending. No, I'm thinking of the new Hellboy. The new Hellboy is the one I was so focused on it. It feels so rushed. Where they knew they weren't going to get a sequel, so they were like, "No, just pack everything in. Fuck it, we're not going to get a sequel. We're done." But no, the new Chucky though, like it just the kills were cool, you know, and I think that's what they were relying on more than anything was maybe the gore and the kills and the stuff like that. Trying to be like, "Oh no, the new Chucky, it'll be great because of this," and it's like, but is it? But is it great because of that? I don't know. I really don't think it is. Kind of think you guys are hoping for the best. And probably aren't going to get the best. But yeah, the character arc. I mean, okay, a malfunctioning electronic makes sense. And in fact, here's what's funny is I wrote a script years ago about a robot. And I plan on still making the film about a robot AI. We've seen the movies like I, Robot. We've seen all kinds of films like this where the AI goes malfunction. But what I'm doing with what I was doing was a little different. So I'm still going to make it. But when the Chucky thing came out, I was like, God damn it, now I can't make mine because people are going to be like, oh, you still have for Chucky. And in fact, no, it's been an ongoing thought since AI ever popped out, you know, Terminator even, you know, they were like, oh, well, when you put AI goes wrong and it goes crazy. So it's not a new concept even. It's an old idea. So, but what else could you have done with it to update it, to modernize it? You know, the 80s version was a dude possessed a fucking doll. Back then, 80s loved their Satan movies. And I love them too. But the 80s loved their Satan movies and possession movies and all that shit. So you can't really blame them. You can't be mad at them for doing cool shit with that shit. Yeah. But hang on a minute. I'm going to recall this for a second. I had to roll up and kick back, and my chair went down again. Look, I swear to God, I'm not this short. I'm just a head now. I'm like, hi, everybody. Hi. I'm like a 2-year-old down here. Fucking chair. It's like I might as well sit on the ground. It's fucking ridiculous. Help. Help. Like, come on, chair. Oh, I need a new chair. Anyway, point is, you know, they did have good acting overall in the new Chucky, though, decently well. So the thing about the new Chucky was they were banking off of Luke Skywalker saving it. When his voice talent came into the mix, suddenly everybody changed their minds. Because when they first said, oh, we're making it, we're doing it, everybody's like, oh, fuck. Not even going to be the same thing. Fuck you guys, etc., etc. Once they announced that he was on board, they were all like, yeah, oh, fuck yeah, it'll be the greatest thing ever. No, his voice was weak. Weak as fuck. Everything was wrong about that movie. If you would have named it anything other than Child's Play, named him anything other than Chucky, done anything other with it than had it be like the Chucky thing, it would have been fine. If they would have just made it a new standalone thing on its own, but they had to try to bank off that name to make money, it would have been fine because it would have been its own thing. But with them trying to capitalize off of Chucky, they fucked up. That's really it. Because his voice was wrong. Not just that it was wrong in the, yeah, hey guys, what's up? Oh. But when he was angry, was he really angry? No. He sounded like He didn't even sound mad. He's like, I'm mad. Rawr. You know, it's like, you're not. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Now, you know, when Brad Dourif did the original Chucky, that motherfucker's scary sounding. I mean, when he goes off, he fucking goes off. You know? And that's great. He puts life into that character. He puts passion into that character. You can tell he loves what he does. But it seems like, you know, Mark Hamill just was like, oh, rawr, I'm Chucky. I'll get you and your little dog too. I guess. It didn't seem like he gave a shit. I mean, maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm an Oompa Loompa. What do I know? Look at me down here. I don't know. The whole thing just set weird. Maybe that's because I did appreciate the older ones, even the ones that were like later on that everybody hated, you know, Seed of Chucky and all that. I appreciate all the Child's Play films and the Chucky films because they did something different. They didn't just keep the same. I love my Friday the 13th. Okay. I love Jason. Okay. I love all those films. But the Chucky movies, they did different stuff. They advanced the character. They changed everything all the time. It wasn't just the same storyline over and over and over again for 7 or 8 fucking movies. You know? It was the doll gets shipped here, the doll gets shipped there, and then like a whole new group of people, and then this, and then come to find out that he was in the movies the whole time, but he's really actually possessed. And then, you know, he has a fucking kid because he possesses, like, you know, the bride of Chucky possesses her into a doll. And then, you know, they do have a kid. It's like they're going everywhere with it, keeping it fresh. And people bitch and complain about, oh, it's getting out of hand, it's too silly, it's too stupid. It's a fucking movie about a killer doll. I mean, was it really ever serious to begin with? It's a movie about a doll that kills people. That's about as goddamn silly as it gets. You know? That's like saying, you know, oh, there was a sandwich that attacked me and killed me. Like about a killer sandwich, which Inhuman, which is a movie. And then you also have the killer donuts. Also, and like I said, the killer sofa movie, stay away from that one. I got to watch it and review it. So you got to at least let me have one of them first, bro. Or just don't get, oh no. Okay, it was dry. Or at least just don't get mad at me whenever I seem to be riding your coattails. I have reviewed both. What? Inhumanwich and Killer. Did you do Killer Donut or the donut? Yeah, you did the donuts, and I think I commented on it saying I have to. I do remember that one, but the Killer Sofa one, did you already do that? Well, you just leave me alone when I review them. You can't come up there and be like, you know, no, not sofa. Okay, then. No, you can review it if you watch it, dude. I have yet to actually watch it. I've known about it forever. I've been waiting for it to come out, and it came out on, is it on Tubi? I saw it. I don't remember where I saw it. I saw it recently, and I was like, oh, maybe it was on Prime or something. And I was flipping through, and I was like, oh, I got to watch that later. And then it's been like 2 fucking weeks again, and I'm like, I keep forgetting to do it. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, dude, nah, you do your thing, bro. I'm just fucking with you. I haven't even done movie reviews. I still have like 6 waiting for the edit to finish, and just my life has become kind of a mess and busy. And I've been just not doing anything when it comes to movie reviews lately. It sucks. I have a couple of reviews that are just on the verge of being done. A couple of really old ones. What the fuck is crawling up the goddamn wall? Oh, it's a cricket. I was all... It was a cricket, but its shadow made it really long. So it looked like it was like that fucking long or something. I was like, what the fuck is that thing? But nah, and then he came around the corner and it was just a cricket. But yes. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna be done for the day. I didn't really get much accomplished as per usual. But you might be kind of seeing where this is going. Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. Nobody's going to really get this one. You know, I'm thinking way too logically. I've started kind of trying to use logic in some of this, but I shouldn't. I should make it way more creative flow. It's kind of bothering me because I should be investing more into this than I have been emotionally. Been very disconnected though lately, a lot, just in general in life. So I don't know. Anyway, Richard, always fun, always a good time, sir. You know, Steven's off here, always a good time, sir. As per usual, thanks everybody for tuning in. Everybody who jumped over on Facebook and then immediately fucking left, fuck y'all. And no, I appreciate everybody who comes in and says what's up and checks in on my weird little doodles and painting progressions. And I will show my maggot. In fact, I might do a carving. Again, my maggot. Oh, I'm working on him. I just started him. Oh, can you focus on him? No? Maybe? Yeah, I just started him last night. And I got to let this dry so I can take back from him. You know, I don't know if that focuses or not. You can't really see him. But I'm going to make him a weird, creepy son of a bitch. And then make resin casts of him. But I might do a little session of carving with him when that dries. And I can actually start putting in details and carving it back and taking away. I am not a adder of things. I am a taker away of things. You know? That's for sure. So, and yeah, you know, like I've always, like, I do these, you know, those little guys, future reference, you know, again, you can't really see it. The fucking light's shining anyway, but you know, I make those little guys all the time and stuff like that. So anyway, I really need to get a good out, some kind of piece. Oh, what? Focus now, out of focus, whatever. I'm going to leave. And thanks guys. And yeah, Richard, we'll have to get together sometime and do a crossover movie watch conversation thing or some sort. I don't know, something at some point. We'll figure it out. But now I'm gonna go eat something. I don't know what. All right, peace.